So we are going to share our TED Talk. We've been practicing this for a while, but we still haven't mastered it, so we won't be perfect, but I think it should be good. Okay. When my friend Day and I heard the theme of renewed hope, we realized we had something to say about the idea because of our shared experiences. I'm sure many of you felt like you needed hope, that things could change.
Grace and I definitely have. Imagine being in 7 different schools by the time you get into 5th grade. That's my story. It was easy for me to feel like I didn't fit or belong. I needed some friends. None of us can thrive when we feel alone.
Or imagine how the COVID situation impacted so many of us students. Isolated, homeschool was difficult. I felt like no one could see me.
Today we are going to share how God is in the business of using ordinary situations and ordinary people to bring us renewed hope. For us, he used Riverside Christian School and our teacher, Mrs. O'Neill's ideas of table groups.
In Matthew 9:9, it says, "As Jesus went on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at a tax booth. 'Follow me,' he said, and Matthew got up and followed."
Matthew was a tax collector, a rejected group, not really accepted. Sounds like the hopeless situation Grace and I have been experiencing.
And Jesus calls them out and puts them together with these really different people. I mean, here's a numbers, details, and money man Matthew being asked to hang out with John, this relational storyteller.
Don't forget Peter, a fisherman, active type and a fighter. Definitely a diverse group Jesus put together.
And Jesus starts to give him tasks, things to work through, like how are we going to feed these people? Where are we going to go next? That is a lot to figure out.
How does this apply to Grace and I? Well, when our teacher, Mrs. O'Neill, decided to use table groups, she put students who weren't very similar together to learn and to work. And Grace sat near my group. She was different in a good way.
We're not quite the same, but we both have definitely lost some hope. And it's just the beginning to us being renewed.
It wasn't immediate, but as we kept working together, we started to feel like things changed, that maybe we did have hope, that we had some friends.
And I was feeling listened to, seen, and heard.
Adventist education is important, and Riverside has become more important to me. And we all know our teachers are in the hope-giving business, but we need to remember that Jesus is the real hope giver. And when we feel like we aren't being seen, heard, or don't fit or belong, Jesus is working to renew our hope.
Today we wanted to share how Jesus renewed our hope. And he used a teacher's idea for table groups. We also wanted to encourage you that maybe in your situation, if you're needing some hope, Jesus is already sticking you around some people.
And they probably aren't just like you.
You could call it your table group, and maybe there's some work that your group could start doing. And as you start to listen to the people in your group, you'll realize you're being heard.
And as you reach out to be a friend, or at least friendly, you start to feel like maybe you do have a friend.
In the middle of all, you'll feel renewed and strengthened. Jesus brought your hope back.
Camp meeting is next week. I will be there all week at Gladstone. So if you want to look me up, that's where I will be.
Well, make sure you come on the 21st for the evening service because that's when you can watch Day and Grace perform.
Didn't they do a good job?
Oh, I thought they did excellent.
My goodness.
Yeah.
You know what? I think they're ready to do a sermon. Don't you think? Well, they got a little bit wide-eyed on that
We'll
one.
work towards that. We'll work towards that.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Right, Eric, you could do that for us? Help him get, yeah, okay, very good.